Planet Dolan.
From drunken dads to arguing parents, we look at 7 weird stories of parents who forgot their kids. Please don't be this individual. Yeah, what's up, YouTube fans? Pringle the one in the building. How we doing today? Today, guys, I got some crazy new content for your face. So here we go.
Number 7.
One guy pulled a phantom and disappeared into the night, drunkenly ditching his 3-year-old girl. The drunken dad didn't even know his daughter was missing until the next morning when the mother called to ask when she should pick her up. In the gut-wrenching footage, he buys his daughter a sandwich and walks off. The little girl tries to follow him, but he yells for her to stay put and he'll be back, but he doesn't come back. Luckily, some responsible adults found her and took her to a hospital. The next day, the brave girl was reunited with her mother. Drunken dad was charged with child abandonment and reckless endangerment and put in rehab. It's like music to my ears when you hear justice is served. He's checking in. He's checking in. That's a Simpsons reference.
Number 6.
One father took to Reddit to tell a cautionary tale about his woes being a dad with attention deficit disorder. The father of 3 was left alone with his tykes when his wife went to run an errand. He suddenly decided to do some shopping, so he took the kids with him. Returning home a few hours later, he found his youngest sleeping peacefully in her cot. She was just a baby then. His stomach lurched. He says he has no idea if she spent the time crying her heart out or slept through the whole thing. He thanked his lucky stars, however, that nothing worse happened to her. I wonder if he ever had the guts to tell his wife that story and whether she'd understand, rake him over the coals, or just immediately start the divorce proceedings.
Number 5.
When one mother in Australia went to check on her napping 6-month-old, she was shocked to find the crib bare. So Jade Poole called the police and told them the only thing that made sense. Her daughter Bella had been abducted from her home. Police arrived and searched the area. It was then they found the body of Jade's daughter, still strapped in her car seat. Jade had gone with her son and Bella to go take out for dinner. Because Bella was so quiet in the car, Jade forgot she was even there. It was about an hour later she was calling the police. She was so convinced that she brought her daughter inside with them. Tragically, Bella couldn't be revived. Man, that's kind of sad.
Number 4.
In 2010, in the heat of an argument, Ezra Reyes' parents stormed off in opposite directions. The only problem is that they both assumed that the other had their 8th-month-old. Ezra was left to fend for himself in a stroller in a car park in the Bronx. The tough kid was found by a street vendor, dehydrated but otherwise unharmed. It was apparently sheer luck that nothing happened to little Ezra. As a part of the car park he was left has particularly heavy traffic. It wasn't until the parents returned home that they realized their disastrous mistake. The feuding pair were charged with endangering the welfare of a child and have apparently gone their separate ways both physically and metaphorically. But this is what happens when you assume. Your ass goes to jail. And you need to stop being stupid and pay attention to your kid.
Number 3.
A pair of Blackpool parents got so drunk on Christmas Day 2015 that they forgot where they left their 4-week-old son. Parenting 101, guys. Parenting 101. The parents of Freddie Neal spent Christmas Day getting trashed at a pub and back at their place. The morning after, the infant was found between his brother's bed and the wall, but nobody knew how he'd gotten there. Unfortunately, baby Freddie didn't survive. At first, the dad insisted he hadn't been drinking the previous day, but later admitted this was a lie. The dad had shown up reeking of booze while picking up his older son from a daycare a number of times. He maintains that he must have had a fit, and that's why his memory of what happened is so blurry, as if alcoholics don't black out on the regular. The parents were charged with negligence and manslaughter, but the charges were later dropped. Maybe this grave event will remind them and other parents to leave the partying to people without so many responsibilities, and or at least, get someone to take care of your kids while you're not around. Stupid people.
Number 2.
Apparently selling your soul for a donut just isn't enough anymore. It's an infant or nothing. Next they'll be demanding blood sacrifices. A mother came into a donut shop and when they didn't have what would satisfy her cravings, she left and went to a different bakery. Problem is, she left her child behind. Apparently she thought her cousin had the baby and the cousin thought the mom had her. In all the confusion, nobody had the baby and she was left on a table. At the next donut shop, the mother realized she was missing a child and frantically called the shop to make sure the 5-month-old was safe. The cops could tell the mother wasn't under the influence of any substance, besides sugary goods and stupidity, because we out here living our kids in donut shops. Damn, that's kind of stupid.
Number 1.
2 shoplifting mothers ran off with their jack loot, only to forget about their daughters. In Florida, the penis of America, it really looks like one if you pay attention to the map. 2 women tried to pull a trade-in deal. They made off with $500 worth of goods and left behind the infinitely more valuable cargo, 2 11-year-olds. They remember the 3-year-old in their care, but that's just because he wasn't old enough to shoplift too. The 2 girls were encouraged to line their pockets with what they could. When the cops called one of the mothers, she said she'd be back for the girls soon, but never showed up. The 2 girls were taken in by Child Protection Services. These scummy moms don't know the value of human life. People that end to be like this should not even be parents to begin with. I sometimes think people just tend to forget about their responsibilities altogether. but they don't see the true problem with it. There's big consequences to it. What do you guys think? Have you ever heard of a tale of people just completely forgetting their kids or anything similar to that? Well, all right, guys. Take care. Much love and appreciation. Peace. Student received the uninvited haircut because she wouldn't stop playing with her hair. According to reports, the teacher distracted the child with candy before grabbing the braid and hacking it off. Sure, that's going to get the kid to focus on their spelling rather than the fact that you just traumatized them from both teachers, hairdressers, and probably candy too.